Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Why, oh, why are you turning against your guy? I addressed this video to Lakers Nation because Lakers Nation raved this guy last season. They raved for him. And Austin Reeves outplayed his contract. He put himself in a position where he could have gotten more money somewhere else. But he elected to stay. He elected to stay right here. That's right. He decided to stay right here in LA for you guys, for LeBron. And 3 games in, y'all want to get rid of Hillbilly Kobe. This is the guy y'all raved about. People were mad because he got torched by Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, he can't guard Kevin Durant. He shouldn't have been on him in the first place. So Lakers fans, y'all want to bench Austin Reeves. 3 games in, you've seen enough. He said he's the new Montrez already. Yeah. When KD scored on him, KD was like, dude, you're low. And then he went lower. Like, you're to the floor. Too small for me. He said those are little LeBron fans. But Austin Reeves this year is one of the few that I've seen give effort outside of scoring on the defensive end. This guy's challenging everything that moves. So I said, well, if this guy's challenging everything, he's getting after the ball, he's moving around, he's jumping, trying to make shots happen. Why the hell are we going against that? He's actually played well as trying to help out on the rebounds because he don't have guys out there trying to rebound. Your guy who's 6'11" want to be at the top of the key. He's not trying to have 15 rebounds in a game. Absolutely. So Austin Reeves was asked after the Phoenix game, what did Kevin Durant say to him on the court?
He was just punch in the moment. He has a mid-range fadeaway on the end of the half, and then did it too small. And we told J.O. coaches, he was like, "You don't have him guard me next week." I was like, "Bro, what am I supposed to do?" I'm not. There's nobody. You've done this for I don't know how many years you've been in the league. Then you can't block it. You can't really contest because he leans back and natural shooting motion, and he kicks his leg out a little bit. So if you really contest, it's a foul. So it's a problem.
Look, KD told him, make sure he does not guard me next week. So I guess they played him this week. They got to play Phoenix again. So he's like, y'all better make sure he don't guard me next week. So But this guy gives effort on the defensive end. He plays hard. All y'all see is the scoring, but he's actually helping out on defense. He's actually rotating. He's trying. That's more than I could say for your guy who's supposed to be the face of the league in year 21. The only man who's COVID immune, the only man who can do whatever he wants, wherever he wants. Oh no, I really felt that the biggest surprise or the biggest, what I would call, I would say, the biggest detraction that I see is after 3 games, the Lakers they're 1-2, which doesn't really mean anything right now. So I don't get excited about it. I'm just one that understands the game. Now, when you see guys like Austin Reeves that could play hard and compete and contend on the court, you got to give him credit because he's giving you the effort. Now, when you look at how they're going to match up, he had a really bad game against the Sacramento Kings. I mean, he was abysmal. But you had a lot of other guys that was abysmal. Why do they get a pass? You don't have true point guards on the court. Everybody you got is basically a small 2 guard. Vincent is not a point guard. He's a 2 guard. He's a small scoring 2 guard. You have Austin Reeves, not a point guard. Another 2 guard / small forward. Yeah, it was pretty much a weird situation, a weird conversation. Um, I felt things was a little different. Yeah, they were triple teaming him. They had 3 guys on him, and neither one was LeBron. They had AD, Prince, and Austin Reeves trying to stop KD, and they weren't having a lot of success with that. Only fatigue stopped him. He didn't get a chance to get some rest and reset. There were a lot of people that were looking at how they played against the Kings and said exactly what you just said right now. No, I lost the bet, but I didn't lose a lot of money. I would have got a lot of money had the Bears actually won, or at least covered the point spread, which was 8. But when you got a lame duck head coach who played soft as baby powder and didn't try to go for it. No, Austin Reeves is you say he's really a combo guard. I don't really see it like that. Front runner Reeves. No, it's just that a lot of people didn't even know who he was. They didn't pay a lot of attention to him last season. So you always gonna have that season. Uh, yeah, you always gonna have that. Right, you always gonna have that. Well, we're looking at uh, the Lakers. Should he be starting? Well, if you look at the lineup, they got him and D'Lo starting, right? Austin Reeves and Debo and D'Lo, right? They start. 2 shooting guards. So LeBron's not bringing the ball up as much, supposedly, right? So who's your point guard? LeBron? Who's facilitating? Who's cutting? Who's getting open? No one. Who's communicating on the back line so everybody can pick up their supposedly person in the zone? Who's communicating on the zone? I don't understand, Ralph. What you talking about? What what should you make of who? Gil? He's gonna say stuff for clickbait. I mean, once in a while he might say something correct, but 9 times out of 10, all his stuff is just for hits and views. That's all he talks about. That's all he really cares about. So that's the only thing he's about. Austin Reeves competes. He gives you that effort. Now he might be outmatched, but he's gonna play defense. He's gonna hustle. He's gonna play. Are you doing cash apps today? Um, I don't even know what that means. But am I doing Cash Apps? Yeah, yeah, you could donate to the Cash App. My Cash App is Carceno, Karceno. And thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. He said he got the bag and went back to the D League. But why are you Laker fans? Because that's who I wanted to talk to. Why do y'all want Austin Reeves benched? Who do you want to come in for his place? Cash App questions. Oh, well, not today, but yeah, we can, if we got enough of them. See, the thing about Cash App questions, they have to be short because Cash App don't give you a lot of space to leave the Cash App questions. You missed Lucino versus Guild Wars. Well, that's kind of over. So that's why you got the pass to go back to listen to. But, it's just no need to even dwell on that person anymore. Oh yeah, the Memphis Grizzlies. That was the team that Austin Reeves said that's the team I couldn't stand. They talk, all of them talk shit to me the whole game. He's like, that's why I felt good putting them out the playoff. But he was like, their intro was hard though. Well, who will coach the Commanders? Well, the obvious coach is sitting on the sideline. Let be enemy coach. And that'll be that. Betting on Orlando. Um, I would. I had to check it. I haven't, you know. Still, I like Orlando though. They look good. I know where HD going. It's already determined. Yeah, we had a great live stream the other day with them, man. We should have kept that rolling, but I had to leave out. But yeah, that was a great live stream. Oh, most definitely. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. He's been doing this thing over there. Why haven't I been on Kwame's page that much? I'll be in the chat, super chatting like crazy. No, Kwame has got mostly he's doing more uploads now. So he's doing more premieres, but I'm in the chat. Most of the time when he does his like he does his beef channel where they just go back and forth, like roasting people and stuff like that, and he got everybody else on there. You know, it is what it is. No, that's what I'm saying. Laker fans, who y'all want to come in if you want Reeves to go to the bench? That's what I'm gonna say. If you want Austin Reeves on the bench after 3 games, who do you want to take his place? You want Hachimura to start or something? Who do you want in his place? See, the Laker fans, y'all just say stuff. He said, tell us, is Neon Dion a good coach? Are we having a situation where in the water boy Bobby Boucher was the force behind the team, not the coach? The players got to implement what actually is being said, or the play structure and the play calls. You got to understand, this personnel that they have on the team is they're not set yet. This is their first year playing together. And they just lost by what, 12 to UCLA? I watched the game late last night and finished it, and they could have actually won that game against UCLA. UCLA just had made some bigger plays down the stretch. They were missing 3 of their defensive backs. Travis Hunter's not 100% back at all. Not even close. So when your secondary's banged up and you got guys who weren't playing into the game and now they're starters, they got to try to learn on the fly signals and how to catch stuff in motion, like changes and switches that's happening. It's not a lot of audibles in college football like it is in the pros. But the game still moves pretty fast, and I think they did a good enough job. This was a team that was predicted to win, what, maybe 3 games? They won 1 game last year. They won 3 games so far, 4 games this year. They weren't supposed to go to a national championship. Y'all was thinking y'all expectations were too high after the first start of the season. They're going to get better. They're going to have people wanting to come there to play. But that's down the line. But thank you guys for the super chats. Appreciate that. Right. Hachimura. Who you going to bring in there? Who are you going to put in there? Now, a lot of people don't know all the X and O's of football, but that don't stop any of those analysts from talking about it. Nobody tell Joe Buck, you don't know what defensive set they're in, Joe Buck. But they'll tell any one of us we don't know anything, right? If I don't know something and Joe Buck don't know it, why is it cool for Joe Buck but not me? You know why? Because Joe Buck, he's a licensed analyst for television. And his father had a reputation. He's got it because of his father. And I'm just using Joe Buck as an example. It's a lot of these sports analysts like that. They try to put you in a box and say, oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Just because you black, you probably ain't played the sport ever, you don't know what's going on. They automatically disqualify you by your color or who you are. But if I'm white talking about it, no problem. How many of these little white teenagers talking about Michael Jordan in the 80s? These little 20-year-olds. Yo, Michael Jordan, he was outstanding, right? And he had all these, and they gravitate to those videos. They use the clips, they use all their little details that they can muster and put out to the rest of the world. They do all these different things. And while all these things are out there and it's happening, you start to see that a lot of people, after witnessing all of these details and they put them in place, they really don't know the game. They really don't know what's happening out there. There's fans that watched football for 40, 50 years, couldn't tell you a nickel defense, a Sam Blitz. They couldn't tell you any of these things. But do they need to? To say the quarterback should have got rid of the goddamn ball and not taken the sack? I don't think you need to know the X's and O's to know situational football. You know situation what should be the next play. You can't take a sack here because you have no timeouts. That clock will continue to run and you won't have enough time to spike the ball. These are situations knowing it's got to be an out of bounds play if you're going to pass the ball. If you catch it, you got to get out of bounds. So the pass has to be near the sidelines. You can't throw to the middle of the field right here. It's situational things you know in the game that just can't happen in any other scenarios. Same as basketball. It's situational basketball. You should know if they're one foul away from you shooting free throws at 9 minutes into the game, well, damn, why are we shooting threes? We should be going to the hole and forcing the referee to call a foul. Force this guy to make the foul so obvious the referee have to call it. I don't understand what that means. Tell us why they do nice with DJ Envy. Who is they do nice? Okay, we kind of keeping this on subject, which is the Lakers and Austin Reeves right now, and that situation. We'll do a hip hop one probably later on, and then we can go into that. Now, they have people that know the X's and O's. That's why they're supposed to be there. That's why it's to be a former athlete that played the sport, sitting next to an analyst who can talk the sport. Because most athletes, they think they can explain the sport to the average person, and they might sound like an alien. So he got skinny in the post, and then he dipped, and then he went to the nickel, then he went to the dime, and then when he said, okay, all right, now we got to go over the top and go Jason. So when he said Jason, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, so now he finna go Jason, and then he got body up, and then I was like, you go, what in the world is he talking about? But other people who've played football will be like, yeah, you're right. That's exactly what he got to do. Exactly what he got to do. Yeah, he's right. So the analyst has got to make it sound, that the everyday person can understand it. So that's why they are there to talk the sports. But then you have people who are not even good at doing that. They are what you could call hacks of the industry. They don't even know how to talk the sport. Instead of saying, I really am not vast with knowledge on this sport, so I got to do my homework. I got to learn. I got to start saying, okay, what is the right? Because I don't want to sound retarded. I don't want to sound like I don't know what I'm talking about at all. So you have to concede the fact that someone knows more than you. Like when it comes to college football, I don't know it as well as I used to. Because the players I've known, and when I was watching college football heavy, they've all been in the league. They basically all retired. So now that I'm coming back into college football, I can't come back in it like I know every damn thing, because I don't. So people like HD and Q, these guys still follow college football, so they can tell you what's what. You know, and I'm listening to them and going mostly off what they say because I know they know more than me on this right here. So that makes more sense. Now, when it comes to basketball and even pro basketball, I know a lot of the things that transpire there due to the fact that I've been around the game. I've played the game. I've seen the game played at different levels. They tried to make me a referee one time that lasted about two minutes. I swear it lasted about at least 2 minutes. The coach said, I got something to do right now. You know how to ref, right? I'm like, yeah, I can ref a game. He's like, all right, well, here's the whistle. Yeah, you get to ref this game. I got to go handle something right quick. So it lasted 2 minutes. I went in there, it was like, boom, boom. They were running up and down the court. I'm sitting there roughing the game. And I was like, okay, that looked like a foul. Should I call this? I swear it lasted about 2 minutes. And then I was like, man. Oh, rebound. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to let him slide. I gave the guy the leeway to come up and down the court. They going, and he was like, okay, I called one play. And as soon as I blew the whistle one time, thinking that he would be cool that I let him get away with the last one, he come back down, and the guy go up, and he get out, foul. And the dude was like, foul, man, I ain't even touch him. He was like, dog, you got it, dog. You got the foul. Don't worry. But tell him the truth. Did I touch you, dog? He was like, nah. See? That's what I'm talking about, man. You don't know what the hell this ref here is terrible. And he came right back. He was like, all right, let me get the whistle, man. I was like, here. He's like, yeah, coach, man, you got to ref. You got to ref this, coach. Coach had stuff he wanted to do. He wanted to delegate that to me and let him go do his own thing. Now you got somebody like Chris Collinsworth who played the game. Chris Collinsworth has played the game. Chris Collinsworth has been out of the game for about 30 years. So he hasn't played the game in 30 years. So he's no longer a player, meaning that the guys he know that was in the business, that like from the players, the coaches, and all those guys are gone. They retired, they moved on, most deceased, they're gone. So now your skill set has to come in, and that's what you've seen happen to Tony Romo. When Romo first got on CBS, right, they was, man, Tony's great. Oh, I know this play. This ball's going to go to Gronk. They're in this set, blah, 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 blah. And he was right on the money. Man, Tony Romo is great. So they gave Tony Romo all this money. Now it's been, 3-4 years? And after 3 and 4 years, what happened? Coaches lose their jobs. Assistant coaches, new teams come in, new set of coaches, new play calls, new lineups. Things change. It ain't the same no more. You're not familiar with this coach. You don't know what he's gonna run. You've never seen him. So now you got to do your homework on this guy. Now you got to learn new personnel. You got to learn, okay, well, what's his coaching style? I don't know him. What's his background? Who was he under? You have to do your homework. And Tony Romo is a hack. He doesn't want to do all that hard work. He's gonna just say, oh, okay, well, they gonna run the same system. And then he's been looking and sounding terrible. Oh no, he's still at CBS getting that money. I'm just saying, that's where the attention went. That's where all the notice went, and the focus of saying this is where it should be. You know, we need this going on right here. Then you have another situation that reared its head. You had the differences of opinion, and people who are very opinionated and people who are very outspoken. They had their innuendos about like different things they see on a basketball court. And guys who played the game, like Reggie Miller, who do an egregious job of breaking down the game. He rather has settled into the role of just being the fun-loving, selling it guy. So he's going to sit there and sell you a game and sell you a storyline that has nothing to do with basketball. And all he's going to sit there and do is start telling you, especially when he covered LeBron James games, is start saying year 21. That's the new thing. And in year 21, he's still doing. In year 21, are you kidding me? You know, it's sad to see what Reggie has become. But this is where the game is now. So that's the new mantra that they're using, year 21. So you're going to hear year 21 every time LeBron James plays. And this is year 21 LeBron. Can you imagine that? He's still doing this. This is like, we need to appreciate this. This is what we're going to hear over and over again, like a broken record. And I was right to say it was sad. It was sad to hear that this was the norm. You know, like this was where everybody's attention was and why they were so drawn in. So when they cover Austin Reeves, you never hear anybody talk about what they're talking about. But you guys said he shouldn't start. My guess is, and my thing is to Laker fans, who are you going to put in his place? Simple question. Simple answer. Who are you going, if you want him benched, who do you replace him with? Because if you put in Hachimura, you lose most of your, your durability and flexibility at that position, because Hachimura is good from east to west, left to right. He's not that good defensively with his feet. So if you know that, you're putting them at another disadvantage because you got a 40-year-old dinosaur in year 21 still trying to be the A side of the entire sport. And it's embarrassing. That makes your sport look weak and it cannot grow. If you're going to sit there and try to milk this guy out as long as you are. LeBron has had major injuries since he's been with the Los Angeles Lakers. Facts. Major injuries. Over and over again. And did I say major? Major injuries. Grass Metal Records, Cam Reddish. Have you seen Cam Reddish on the court? He tries, but no. I never felt Cam Reddish was a bad player. Not at all. I just always felt that there was something more. Like he could have been more. You said Big Perk said today, James Harden, what, to the Lakers? I would laugh my butt off. The Lakers got Prince, so they got a stand-up shooter. What's his name? Tayshon Prince. The best addition they have made. Best accusation. Well, oh God. Thinking of Dwight Howard now, I said accusations. Acquisition that they made. Yeah, now he's the best additional pickup they've made for what they like to do. Meaning that they needed a guy who could stand still and shoot. And who was a very accurate guy. He's tall, got some size. Prince gives you that. Defensively, though, he's a fouler. He's somebody that gets fouls and fouls people. And when you see things not go your way, you're starting to see people turn and they get side-eyed. Like, man, please. You know, they get real side-eye with you. Oh, no, they don't want that. You think they want that? You know what they want? They want a super matchup to happen. Look how many times they keep throwing Golden State and the Lakers against each other in the preseason. They trying to get you warmed up for the NBA basketball season. That's their goal. So let's say you know that, right? Why? People always see these things and never ask the why question. Like, why would they do that? Why is this here? They don't question anything anymore. People used to always have questions. But now you don't see those questions anymore. They're not presented. Now you got to ask yourself why. Why are these questions not being presented to me? Why am I sitting here questioning it? Why am I sitting here wondering what's going to happen next? It's 3 games and Laker fans are already asking for somebody to be benched. Vincent has struggled since coming off the bench, leading the second unit. He struggled in the first 3 games. So if you watch people struggle in they like first 3 games of playing, what would that do for you? Right? What is this? What is this needful thing? Right? That makes no sense to me. Austin Reeves giving you effort. He give you more effort than what D'Lo's going to give you on the defensive end. D'Lo's not a point guard, so he's going to miss certain cutters. He's a scoring 2 guard that LeBron wants to make a point guard for when LeBron don't want to bring the ball up. Let D'Lo bring it up. D'Lo likes to bring it up and get his own shot. He's used to that. Now he's got to look for LeBron, look for AD. Those are the two guys he's looking for when he has the ball. If they're on the court, that's who he's going to. But now that Prince is in the game, he'll see LeBron. LeBron be like, throw it up to me. He don't want to turn the ball over, trying to force the ball to LeBron. He go, nah, forget that. Let me go over here to Prince, who's wide open for a three. I'll take that risk. And he's knocking it down. I don't care if LeBron win this play-in tournament. Let him have that. Michael Jordan never won a play-in tournament, and Kobe didn't. I'm the first. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Now I'm the play-in tournament champ. Yep. They'd be like, yep, let's give LeBron something to be happy about because the Lakers ain't going nowhere. Let's give him a constellation trophy to be partying about. He can post memes about. Yep. Constellation champ. So it's too soon to write off your boy, Austin Reeves, who y'all praised and begged the Lakers to keep. And they did just for you guys. This is why I didn't even tag LeBron in this. I tagged Laker fans. I said Austin Reeves and Laker fans because you guys were in the chats saying that this man should be benched. That's all we did it for. And you don't even have a replacement in mind, in your brain, on who's going to come in for him. You just know he need to go to the bench. So what you want to do, start Vincent? So you got Vincent and D'Lo in the game. And then Reed's going to come back them up? Okay. Big Smoke. They don't trade for anything good. That's all the Lakers do. LeBron, y'all always saying the Lakers got to make a trade. Whenever LeBron got a team, y'all always asking for a trade. Why can't he just live up to what he's supposed to be? When is it ever on him? Why are y'all asking for trades? You see how crazy that sounds? Like, we asking for trades. Why are we doing that? This guy should be the person that he says he is. Step up and lead with what you got. You got enough players. Hell, if you give Kobe this Laker team that they got right now, where they gonna go? You gave Kobe Bryant this. Give him AD. You give him AD. You give him D'Lo. You give him Prince. You give him all that. Do you think y'all be sitting there saying, man, we need a trade? No, y'all be saying, we going to the championship. Because you got a real player on your team. Somebody who understands what it takes to get there. He gonna hold everybody accountable. LeBron said y'all got everything y'all need to win. Then at the All-Star break, you're gonna see what's his name gone. Absolutely. Of course, Kobe's a real leader because he gonna hold you accountable. He ain't gonna tell you or ask you to do anything he wouldn't do. Unlike number 23 for the Lakers. Now, and no, not Cedric Sabalas. Now let's look at the real situation and what the real problems have been, and it's always been. Austin Reeves can't get in a rhythm if he can only catch the ball and shoot in transition only. Now, he's got to get in a rhythm. Yeah, he had a bad game against the Kings. Bad shooting day. The shots weren't bad, they just didn't go in. So I haven't really seen any, like, we got to jump off the cliff problems with him. I can see what the problem is with Vincent. When you play in a system and you come here and you basically got to stand around, he's not a stand around, catch, shoot guy. And you're asking these players to conform to this style of play. That's why he's like, look, I need LeBron off the court. But even with him off the court, they still running this stagnant offense. There's no movement. There's no cuts. And these guys came from other teams where there's like, man, we're not cutting to the basket. Nobody. We just all on the three-point line. Why? Makes no sense. If the Lakers lose to the Orlando Magic tonight, they're going to really have to have a heart-to-heart talk with some people. Because if you lose at home to Orlando, you got deeper problems on your hands. So, shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Welcome to HD TV. Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez, Ticket TV. And I'm out the dough. Thank all y'all for the super chats. My cash app is Carcino, Karceno. The Patreon is Carcino for life. We got a great video up there with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. I think you're going to want to hear that. Check that out.